Hello, everybody, and welcome to our beginner band live stream. If this is your first time on our live stream, my name is Dr. Selfridge, and welcome if this is your first time. If this is not your first time, welcome back. I'd like to see a lot of familiar faces in the chat. We're going to be doing some shout outs a little bit later. We have some very special guests who are going to be online with us today to help you with some of your questions on our various band instruments. And as we get started, I want to remind you, as always, all of the music that we're going to be using today, the sheet music, is available at the link down below in the description of this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you right now to our page. Oh, there's Mr. Walton. Got a sneak preview there. Here we go. We are at Dr. Selfridge Music. Okay, and so you want to go to drselfridgemusic.com/livestream-beginner-band. And again, the link is in the description of this video. So all the music we're going to be playing today, I hope you have your instruments ready to go. We're going to go through some really fun stuff today, some stuff we did last week, and some new stuff. So make sure you are at this page. And folks in the chat, if new folks are coming in and don't know where to find our music, go ahead and let them know in the chat that they're going to go to the link down below this video and use that to get to all the music we're going to be doing today. We're going to start today with something kind of fun, something new and fun. What I want you to do, I just want to get your instruments, like just to make a note on your instrument. What I want to do is I'm going to get my reed. Let's just play a nice warm-up note. I hope you have your instrument out. And if you don't have your instrument out, you can still play along. I mean, you can still follow along. If you don't have an instrument at home, you can do an air instrument or an air clarinet or an air trumpet. Just use a pen or a pencil. Practice your fingers along with us. Practice your finger positions. Trombone, practice your slide positions. Percussionists can play along on bells. You can even play along on your drum if you have a drum. Okay, so let's get a nice warm-up note going. We're just going to take our concert B flat. So do you know how to translate when the conductor says concert B flat? Do you know what to play on your instrument? So here's how it works. If you play a flute or an oboe or a mallet instrument or a trombone or baritone or bassoon, you are going to play B flat. You don't have to translate your note from the concert note. If you play trumpet or clarinet or tenor sax, you're going to translate the concert B flat into a C for you, okay? If you play alto sax or bari sax, you're going to translate concert B flat for you is a G. And if you play French horn, your translation from concert B flat is F, this note right here. Okay, everyone, we're going to play this note together on the count of 4. So get your band face ready, get your posture ready, get your instrument ready. Just get a nice ba. Let's hold it for like 4 counts, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, breathe. Let's go up 1 note in the scale, okay? So we were here. If we go up 1 note in the scale, all right, go up 1 letter in the musical alphabet. So if you were on a B flat, you go to C. If you were on a C, you go to D. G goes to A. And F goes to G. Here we go. Let's play the 2nd note in the scale. Ba. 1, 2, 3, play. Now let's play the 3rd note in the scale. Go up 1 more note, okay? This note. Let me get my keyboard a little louder for you. I don't know if you can hear my keyboard. Okay, let's play that note together. 3rd note of the scale. 1, 2, 3, breathe. And there you go. All right, so that was our little mini warm-up. Here's what we're going to do right now. I hope y'all are playing along and looking again on the website to get the music we're going to do today. Let's click on this first link. This is a brand new link, and hopefully everyone should have access to it. I made it an open, free access on Google Drive, and this is kind of a fun new thing we're going to do. This is I started a new packet of songs of the most requested songs from 1st and 2nd year players. So let's go to, I'll stay on clarinet. All right, so this is some interesting music here. We're going to zoom in. So look at the very first song we have there on our sheet. It's the bass line for Uptown Funk. So we're going to play this together. All right? So look at the first measure. It goes ta, rest, rest, rest. Dee da da, dee da da, da da. Let me play it for you. Rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. That's the bass line for Uptown Funk. Why don't we all try that one together? Ready? Number one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. There you go. Cool. Good job on Uptown Funk there. All right. Let's look at number 2. This is one I get a lot of requests for. It is the infamous Baby Shark you've heard many, many times. So let's try this one together, everybody. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. Okay. And we start off with this right here. This is a 2-beat rest. So it goes 1, 2, ta, ta, and then we start the song, right? So we're going to count 1, 2, ta, ta, da, 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 da. See that tricky looking rhythm? It's a tricky looking rhythm, but since you know how this song goes, that's going to help you. Here's the first phrase. See that? Why don't we try that one together? This is song number 2, and you're looking at the packet for your instrument. Okay, so remember, we go back here. You might have to zoom. Yeah, if you zoom out a little bit, you can see the instrument names: alto sax, bells, clarinet, flute, horn, oboe, tenor sax. Oh, geez, did I miss trombone? I will upload the trombone part. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get that for you real quick. Yeah, I forgot to upload that. I will get that for you right away. But let's go back to our clarinet part. Boom, let's play it together. Number 2. And get ready. And 1, go. I got a little spitty sound on my clarinet. Let's try it again. I'm gonna play piano this time. Let's play Baby Shark. Ready? And 1, go. Ta ta. Repeat. Okay, good. I got to figure out what that third chord change is. Da 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 da. Whoa. Da 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 da. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's do the
1 chord.
Oh, it does go back to the 1 chord. Da 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 da. I thought it was like a minor chord of some kind. Da da da. Yeah, good old 1 chord. Hey, you know what? Since that magical voice from the internet chimed in, we are going to bring in we have 2 new special guests. Actually, I'm going to pin, we have all of our special guests here. I want to introduce you guys to the special guests we have today. And there we go. Oh, look at these fancy people we have here. Okay, we got like many copies of you people. So I'm going to go to Mr. Walton. All right. Hey, Mr. Walton, how are you?
I'm well.
All right. Mr. Walton, guys, you might recognize Mr. Walton from our lessons where Mr. Walton has done. What trumpet songs have you played for us? Do you remember?
I remember we did the Love Yourself, the Justin Bieber. We did some Star Wars. We did some of the basic cheers. I know we did Uptown Funk, Wish You Were Here.
Oh, yeah. Would you mind, maybe, do you have any of those you might be able to play? Like, what's a fun song we could play? Star Wars, maybe? Do you know Star Wars? I told you I wasn't going to put you on the spot.
All right. Well, let's see what I can do. The low one, right?
Yeah. C, G. And folks, boys and girls who are watching, we're going to have question and answer time a little bit later, so you can ask your trumpet questions for Mr. Walton.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. Wow. Everyone give Mr. Walton a round of applause for that. That was very good. And I want to introduce you to our other guest who's here today, and that is Mrs. Kynette. I almost called you Miss France. Boys and girls, on the videos, you might have seen Mrs. Kynette before. You might have seen her name as Miss France because she just got married. So now her name is Mrs. Kynette. So hi, Mrs. Kynette. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on today.
Awesome. So, boys and girls, if you have any flute questions, Mrs. Kynette is here to answer your flute questions, and maybe she'll play something for us a little bit later. I don't know. Think if there's something you might be able to play for us. All right. So, what we're going to do right now is we're going to move on to our next item on the Dr. Selfridge website. So, let's get ready to play. Let's do a little extra warm-up, okay? So right here on drselfridge.com, drselfridgemusic.com/livestream beginner band, let's go down, and we did our beginner band most requested songs. Maybe if by special request, we'll do some more of those later. Let's go to our warm-up. All right, what I want you guys to do is click on your part for the warm-up. Let's look at the flute part. All right, so here's our flute part. But we're all doing basically the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. So I'm going to get my flute, and I want everyone to play along with me on the first line of this paper. Okay, so you're looking at your version of foundation warm-ups, and we're going to play along the first line of this paper. Okay, let's try it. We just got whole notes. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Great. Now look at the second line, and we'll pull up a different part for this one. Let's see. Let's pull up a French horn part. Here we go. So we are looking at now line 2 of foundation warm-ups. And we're going to do our tonguing practice. It says T, 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 T. I don't think I have a French horn with me. I'm going to play this one on clarinet. We're going to go 5 tongues. Ta, 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 ta. 3, 4, and then we change notes. All right, let's give it a try. Let me see. Just want to make sure we're all doing the right thing. Look at the alto sax part. Yeah, okay. Back to the French horn part. Here we go. Let's see. Miss France, are you going to play along too? Miss
Yes,
Mrs. Kynette. Okay, cool.
Same thing. I have myself muted. I didn't know.
Yeah, you should stay muted because it won't sound right. All right,
Yep,
so
I am playing along.
we're doing the second line, everybody. Here we go. Second line, and 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. There we go. Good job, everybody. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to, I want to remind you that we have our friend Dennis. Dennis, are you there? Can I hear you, Dennis, or do I have you muted? Let's see. We have Dennis in the chat. I can't hear him right now unless we lost him. Let's do this. Let's answer some of your questions. I'm going to look in the chat. Do we have any questions in the chat? Let's see. You can throw some questions.
Really?
Oh, there's Dennis. Dennis, do we have school shout outs?
Yes. Some schools, mostly we have teachers that are there. We have Perkiomen Valley and Glen Olden, as you said.
Perkiomen Valley, Glen Olden.
Yeah. This is Rice and Hudson McCow, Mr. Coart. They seem to be people, and a lot of their students are here.
Okay, so shout out to all those schools. If you are a teacher or you want a school shout out, if you didn't get a school shout out, put it in the chat. We'll give you a school shout out. And if you have, here's a shout out. Mr. Fernandez, Mr. Cowart, shout out to Brightfield and Barker Middle Schools in Bentonville, Arkansas. And let's see, looking for some more shout outs. Carol Aguaseco is asking, will this be on a schedule like daily or weekly? Yes. I'm trying to see if I have my schedule here anywhere. If you look on any of my videos, here's the schedule. We do Mondays, beginner band. We do Wednesdays, advanced band. Fridays, jazz. Sundays, ask me anything. Okay. Some more shout outs. Let's see here. Jess 160 is watching and is very excited that Mr. Walton is here. So I don't know if you're a student of Mr. Walton. So guys, if you have questions, trumpet questions or flute questions or any question, put it in the chat. We will do some questions. Yang Chen is here from Bethel Springs. Hello. All right. So Dennis is going to be on the lookout for questions. Let's go ahead and go back to our sheet music. So on our page, let's go to our beginner band tunes packet. I'm going to open up alto sax beginner band tunes packet. And let's do some requests. I want you guys to give us some requests of what songs you'd like to do out of the packet. So Dennis, if you could just jump in if you see a request or a question. So a beginner band tunes request or a question. And while we are waiting for requests, let's all play Shark Attack. Shark Attack. Number 1. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest. Good job on Shark Attack, everybody. Dennis, you see any requests coming in for beginner band tunes?
No.
No?
Shark Attack, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars seems to be there.
I don't think
we already had that.
Star Wars is not in this packet. Let's see. Let's pick another one. We'll do some requests, but let's do another one. Good old We Will Rock You, number 6, everybody. Okay. We Will Rock You. Let's try it. Ready? Did everyone find number 6? Remember to go to the link below in the description to get to my website to get to this music. It's beginner band tunes. Number 6. 1, 2, ready, play. Repeat sign. Awesome. All right. So I do see some requests coming in. I see Old Town Road.
Yep.
And
it's picking up. That has a lot of them.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We got a lot of requests for Old Town Road. So we're going to go to, let's see here. We're going to go out, back to the main Dr. Selfridge beginner page, live stream beginner band, and let's go back to our most requested songs. I'm going to play it on, let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go to Flute. And actually, maybe this is one that Mrs. Kynette would not mind playing for us. If I zoom in, Mrs. Kynette, can you see this?
Yes, I can.
Cool. So we're going to go to Mrs. Kynette. And maybe Mrs. Kynette could run it down. Or maybe we can play it. Well, we can't play it together, really. But maybe Mrs. Kynette can play this one for us. That would be fun.
Sure.
All right. Let me get you on camera or on screen. Okay. So now we welcome Mrs. Kynette to play. Oh, with you on the screen, though, you can't see it. Okay, so there's Mrs. Kynette. She's going to be playing. You can't see her, but she's going to be playing. All right, go ahead, Mrs. Kynette. Let's hear it.
All right.
Whoa, very cool. I'm gonna do it too. You guys want to try to play along? This one's a little bit on the tricky side if you're a first year player, but let's give it a try. We have 3 beats of rest. 1, 2. We got 2 quarter note beats rest. 1, 2, and then this is called an 8th note rest, and then and 4 and. So we go 1, 2, 3. Da 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 ta ta t t t t t. Or the counts are 1, 2, 3. And 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 4 and. Let's try playing it together. And it doesn't quite line up, Mrs. Kynette, but you can play along if you're muted. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Nice job. Let's go back to our chat and see if we have any questions or requests coming in, Dennis.
Yeah, definitely. Just wondered, what is a good strategy for high notes on the trumpet?
Okay. I told you, Mr. Walton, we'd get that question. All right, so we're going to go to Mr. Walton with that question. Do you know who that was from, Dennis, by any chance?
He
Lost it?
unfortunately has a name of coronavirus.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. All right. So to Mr. Walton, strategies for playing high on the trumpet.
Alrighty. So the things we need to do in order to get high notes on trumpet is to move the air faster and make the buzz faster as well. So the most important thing is the lips are touching. So in the mouthpiece, the vibrations will be faster. The tongue helps with that by using the syllable E, like T. It'll move the air faster through this tiny hole, which is called the aperture. One has to have an open throat so that your throat's not clenched off. So basically the hose that is delivering the air from your lungs is unimpeded coming to the aperture. The other thing you need to make sure you're doing is make sure the air is being blown out very quickly from the muscles in the deep part of your, in your guts, basically. You're compressing the air quicker so that even from low notes,
Whoa.
so there's compression. The corners grab, it's almost like the drawstring on a pair of sweatpants, which we've all been wearing a lot of these days since we have a house. But anyway, the embouchure will actually grip center. If the player is stretching to try to make it happen, that's not very productive. If the player is pressing the mouthpiece into the lips really, really hard to make it happen, that is very limiting as well. A lot of times we tighten up in the wrong places. We'll wind up tightening on the cheek muscles way out here versus right here. This all has to stay relaxed because you're asking tissue to vibrate quickly and to create a resonant sound. We don't want to have a thin pinch sound. We want to have a very resonant sound. So the tone is always, basically we're playing music all the time, whether it's high or low.
Thank you, Mr. Walton.
So,
That's a great answer. That's a big subject, isn't it?
It's a lifetime subject.
It is. So, folks, I want to do some shout outs. I want to do a shout out to Mr. Norton and the HCA band. And I want to answer, let's see, some questions here. We request for Yankee Doodle. We have, so Taylor Morrow is saying, I can't find the music Old Town Road or Uptown Funk. And I know some people were having problems with this. So I'll repost it if you guys are having problems with it. But what it is if you go to the live stream beginner band page, that's the link down below, and you go to this link right here, most requested songs. It's in my Google Drive, and I set it to completely open. So you shouldn't have to request access or anything. It should be completely open. But if you're having trouble getting to it, I will repost it or send me an email. Speaking of that, you can always, if you have a question, you can send me an email, drselfridgemusic@gmail.com, or you can contact me on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or things like that. Okay? So what we're going to do right now, we got a great request to play Eye of the Tiger. So for Eye of the Tiger, we are going to our beginner band tunes packet right here. Let's see. Let's go to our trumpet packet, and I can play clarinet. So beginner band tunes, Eye of the Tiger was a request. We're going to go to Eye of the Tiger. What number? 16. All right. Whoops. All right. Let's zoom in a little bit there. Mr. Walton, are you muted or are you with us?
I was muted, but now I'm with you.
Would you mind playing it for us once?
Sure. Do you want me to stay on the lower notes or the upper notes when it goes to the second line?
Why don't you go... Yeah, you know what? So what Mr. Walton is going to do is he's going to play the first line as it's written. And then in the second line, you can split if you're playing with a friend. So, Mr. Walton, why don't you go up to the higher note on that?
Okay.
All right, here's our trumpet playing Eye of the Tiger, everybody.
All right. So just before we do it, make sure you're thinking at least to eighth notes so you get the 16th note. 1 and 2 and 3. Ah. 1
yeah.
and 2, 3, ah.
All right. Why don't you, and Mr. Walton, you can count them in. Maybe they can play with you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nice job. Nice job. Okay. So why don't we all play that together one more time, everybody, and I'll play clarinet. Here we go. Eye of the Tiger one more time. I'll be playing clarinet. Ready? And 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready, go. Great. Wonderful job, everybody. So let's get a couple more questions and shout outs if we can find them. Dennis, any questions or shout outs we need to do?
Well, there's Everly O'Daniel keeps asking, what are some strategies for getting good sounds on bells?
Okay. This is from whom?
This is from Everly O'Daniel.
Okay. And my main answer for that, a good sound on the bells, I think what a lot of young players do on the bells is they hit them too hard. So rather than thinking about you're going to bang the mallet down on the bells, you want to feel like you're hitting it so lightly that you're pulling the sound out of the bells. That's what a lot of people say. So it's not a downward stroke. It's sort of you're pulling the sound out. You do hit the bar, but don't hit it so hard. And also make sure you're hitting it on the right part of the bar. Okay? You want to hit it in the center and not where it's going to hit those two little screws that keep the bar on the your bell set. So there's 2 tips for you. Dennis, another question?
Yes, this is from Grant Woodson. I suspect he's a teacher. He's saying, loving this. Thanks so much. Question, what age group is the Wednesday advanced band geared towards?
All right, thank you.
Advanced middle school band, like 2nd and 3rd year players, or students in high school?
Thank you, Grant Woodson, for that comment. I'm glad you're enjoying it. The advanced band, I designed it basically to be for, I'd say, kids who've been playing a few years through high school. I feel like we have there's a nice bit of a challenge there for kids who've been playing for a couple of years, so like middle school, late middle school through high school. We try to give challenges for all the students. And then jazz, we really get a little bit even more advanced, so that could be for high school too. All right. So any other requests coming in, Dennis, that you see?
Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle come up a couple of times through this.
All right. You know, I haven't played tenor sax yet. So let me get my tenor sax. And let's play Yankee Doodle. So you're going to go in your packet to song number. Anybody have a number for me for this? Let's see. Yankee Doodle went to town. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think Yankee Doodle is in here. I hope it is. Oh, I don't think it's in the packet. All right, well, I'll just play it. This is just going to be request line. Yankee Doodle went to town. A couple people have requested this. Maybe I should add this one to the packet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think a good key for this is a good old B flat. I played 2 wrong notes, Mr. Walton. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Let's get back to one fun thing we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to go to... There's Mr. Walton. We're going to go back to our main music here. And I talked about this last week, guys. If you haven't done this, you should check this out. You should go to this link on Smart Music. All right? Because I don't know if Mr. Walton or Mrs. Kynette have seen this. Have you seen this, guys? You can click on this and you can click on a song. Let's do... well, we did Star Splitter Fanfare. And you can click on that. And then you can pick on your pick your instrument. Let's look at trombone. And we click here. And this is really cool. It loads up. And you can play along. You need to allow that. You can play along with Brian Balmage's conducting. Let's watch this. I don't think we're going to get any sound. I might need to turn it up. Might get it here if I do that. Isn't that cool? So you can play along with Brian Balmage's. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. That's something really cool that you can do. All right. What we're going to do right now is we're going to play our band song, our online band song. It's called Rock One Time, and this was written by a music teacher that I know, and actually his students might be on the chat right now. Do we have any students who are taught by Mr. Peltz? Check in the chat, and we will give you a shout out, or a few of you if we can. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this song. It's called Rock One Time, and we're going to look at. Well, let's look at the score. I'm going to show you guys what the conductor sees. This is what the conductor sees. Okay, and we're going to follow along in the music. Here's what it sounds like. So you see, there's the name of the song. There's all the instruments. Here we go. And we look at look at all these instruments. We look at the first 4 measures, and it's just it's all the brass. Okay, let's listen to that. Okay, and that was the first 4 measures. And then our saxes and bass clarinet come in. Let's keep listening. Now we start at measure A, and this is where our flutes and clarinets and oboe come in, and the bells come in, and percussion has been playing the whole time. So this is measure A. Listen. And we'll stop it there. We're going to try to play this song, okay? So make sure you go to my page and you download your instrument, all right? And as we go through, I'm going to call out the different instruments and the time that you play, all right? So let's start at the beginning. We're going to start off with our brass and our percussion, and then 4 measures later, our bass clarinet and saxes come in, and then 4 measures later, our woodwinds come in. All right, everybody, let's try it. From the beginning. Make sure you're playing along. Make sure you have your music. Here we go. From the beginning. Ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Saxes come in now. 1, 2, ready, play. Now our flutes and clarinets. And we'll stop right there. Now let's take a quick look. And Dennis, I don't know if you could possibly mute yourself for a minute. Getting some feedback.
Problem.
If you look at letter B, everybody, letter B, we have very similar rhythms. And trumpets have something interesting. Trumpets and horns, your part says second time only. That means you don't play the first time at letter B, but everybody else plays. We have our flutes, our oboes, our clarinets, our saxes, our trombones, our baritones, and our percussion. Okay, so we're going to listen to what letter B sounds like, and then we're going to try to play it. Let's find letter B. Here we go. Here's letter B. Ready, and. Oh, that's not right. Let's try this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading my music wrong. Okay, here's letter B. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, letter B. All right. And then, of course, it repeats, okay? So let's all try that right now. I want you all looking at letter B, and we're going to try to play along with our backing track, letter B. If you're trumpet or French horn, you're going to wait until the second time. Here we go, letter B, with our play along track. Okay, let's open this up here. All right, ready? Letter B. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. First ending. Now, right now, we repeat, and now the trumpets and horns are going to come in. Ready? Letter B, second time. 1, 2, 3, play. Now we're going to jump to the second ending. 1, 2, second ending. And stop. We're going to stop right there. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever seen a first and second ending before, but I'm going to show you on, let's look at the tenor sax part. Right here, you have to know repeat sign, and see this box with the number 1? It means go back to here, and then when you get back the second time you play it, you jump over the number 1 box, that's called the first ending, and you jump to the second ending box. That's how we do first and second endings. Okay, Dennis, we're going to bring you back in for questions.
Yes. I have one that came up. Abigail Rooney asked, do you have any advice on holding out a note on the flute?
Okay, I know who we need to go to for this. Okay, so we're going to bring in Mrs. Kynette, who's going to give us an answer about holding out a note on the flute.
Hello again. Holding out a note on the flute, that can be a little intimidating and scary in the beginning because it takes a lot of air just to get a sound on the flute. When you're playing over, this is called the lip plate right here, there's a lot of air that's being wasted. It's not being used. So you need all of that air to create a good sound. So you want to make sure to preserve some of your air. I'm sure your band directors have taught you how to properly breathe. You want to sit up nice and tall. You want to breathe from your belly. You want to hold that air in your belly. And when you are letting out the air, try to make it nice and even. So a great thing to start would say, let's start with holding a note for 2 beats. So I'm going to take a B flat on my flute and I'm going to hold it nice and even for 2 beats. 1, 2. Now you want to make sure it's nice and even. Let's go to 4 beats. So if you're playing along, if you're at home, why don't you get your flute and play with me for 4 beats. Everyone else, your instruments, I'm playing a concert B flat. So if you know, if your band director says, we're going to play a concert B flat, you can play along. So for example, trumpets, clarinets, you're going to be playing a C. Okay, 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now let's try for 8 beats. This time, make sure you're conserving that air. You're not letting it out right away, okay, all at once. And keep your volume down a little bit. Stay nice and strong here in your belly. Here we go. 8 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now, when you are taking your breath, that also is something that's very important. I was talking, so I didn't get to really show you, but breathe in for a few counts. So for example, if I say, okay, you're going to hold it for 8, if I count you off, 1, 2, ready, go. During those 4 beats, you should be breathing in and filling up your tummy with lots of air. Okay, so the more you do it, work your way up, you'll be able to play longer notes.
That's great advice, Mrs. Kynette. Thank you. And what we're going to do is we're getting close to the ending of our stream. So what we're going to do is, question of the day. Question of the day. We're going to do some shout outs for our question of the day. So if you answer our question of the day in the chat, here it is. There it is. If you answer our question of the day in the chat, I will try to give as many shout outs as I can. And the question of the day is, what are you practicing this week? Okay. And shout out to all of our students who are on here by the request of their teacher. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe and hit your notifications so you can be with us for any of our live streams. We'd like to have you for our future live streams. And I'm looking for people to comment what you are practicing. And Mike Hamilton, thank you for helping to answer questions in the chat. That's exactly how I would have answered that question. Let's see. What are you guys practicing this week? Mrs. Kynette, what are you practicing while we're waiting?
Okay, I've been practicing a few things this week. One, I love playing Mozart. So I have a concerto that I've been practicing that I haven't seen in a while. So that's back. And second thing is I am playing a couple songs from a famous artist named Bill Withers. You may have heard of him. He passed away this past week. So he does the song Lean on Me. So I've been playing that a little bit and hoping to get a recording out on my Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Which is Kynette Music.
Oh, okay. Let's get what's the Instagram handle?
It is Mrs. Kynette Music.
Mrs.
Kynett.
All right, everybody follow Mrs. Kynette Music, okay? So we're going back now to some more shout outs of what people are practicing. Here we go. Let's see. Ananya is practicing We Will Rock You. Kiara McCarran is practicing district band songs. Dominic Spoto is practicing clarinet. Lance Carlton is holding my air out as long so I can get better and hold my breath longer. That is good. I've got some. There we go. Agus is practicing clarinet. Mitesh, I'm practicing high notes and faster songs. Everly O'Daniel is practicing my concert music. Jess 160 says I'm too bogged down with homework to practice. That's a shame. Mr. Walton, maybe in a minute, in a few seconds, you could check in and give us maybe some things that you're practicing. Carol Aguasco is practicing Dance Slav. Mateo is Uptown Funk. Felix is practicing concert music. Let's see. I got lots of answers here. CD Flow is practicing Star Wars. Mr. Walton, what are you practicing?
Hey, I've been basically just trying to maintain the chops because if you don't keep playing as an athlete, you'll get you'll lose your edge. So I've been just running through scales, trying to play them in different ways, almost like I don't know, just being creative with the way I'm running through things.
Okay.
And modes, whole tone, and so forth.
Oh, what are whole tone scales?
The whole tone scale.
You don't have to go a long explanation.
Basically, there's no half steps. It's just so.
Wow.
You just kind of keep yourself outside of a key center and just kind of enjoy whole tones.
Awesome. All right, guys. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to get ready to finish up. So I'm going to do as many. I'll try to do a few more shout outs. Let's look for one more request of our final song to play. We're going to play one more song from our beginner band tunes. So one more song request. Actually, or if you have a request, if you just want me to play something. So Dennis in the chat is going to be looking for our final request of what we want to play. A play-along song or something I can play.
Giant steps.
No, don't you start. And in the meantime, you guys can make sure you follow me on Instagram. If you do Instagram, not everybody does. That's okay. Or Twitter, Facebook. If you need to reach me, my email is there, Dr. Selfridge Music. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be with us for all of our live streams. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff every week. Okay, and it's about time to do our final. Dennis, do you see any requests coming through?
Not really. There's one that says Strong's by Mr. Yonderbook.
Oh, I know Mr. Vonderstuck.
Yeah, Vonderstuck. That's what it is.
Songs for Mr. Vonderstuck. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking in the chat here too. Flight of the Bumblebee, I can't play that. Sorry. Star Wars. We already heard Star Wars today, so maybe we won't do that.
Mike Hamilton asked if you can play something from James Bond since Honor Blackman just passed.
Oh, I didn't hear that. James Bond. What's the James Bond song?
Well, you have the theme.
How does that go? Da, 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 da. Oh, that's the Avengers.
Right.
Mr. Walton, do you know James Bond?
Oh man, what do I have in?
Oh boy. It's so high, it's overloading Zoom. Zoom cannot handle it. All right, I'll do a nice, all right. I have a number of people who are requesting Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So something nice that everyone can play along on. We're going to go to our beginner band tunes, and we're going to do good old Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which is number, where are you? Number 19. So I'm going to play it on alto sax. Everybody play along. Number 19, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Oh, and I see a request for Harry Potter. I've done Harry Potter a few times. Is there any chance Mrs. Kynette knows the Harry Potter song? Maybe. I've played it on flute. I usually play a few wrong notes.
I have the music at school. I know that.
Oh, okay. I think it goes something like this. Oh. Here we go. Well, it was a valiant.
Very impressive, Dr. Selfridge.
Thank you. So
I am super impressed.
I go for it. I take no prisoners. Okay. So before we go, everybody, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like and comment and all that stuff, and subscribe so you know our future live streams. The next thing we have, everybody, is, remember, we have advanced band on Wednesdays. If you want to just check that out and see how you like it, you can try it out. Fridays jazz. Sundays is Ask Me Anything. You can ask me any music questions, or you can do requests. So I'm very excited. I heard from you guys all the things that you're practicing this week. Very excited to hear from you next week, how you guys are doing on your practicing. Let's all say thank you to our special guest. Ooh, we've got Inception there, triple. But let's say goodbye to Mrs. Kynette and Mr. Walton for being our special guest today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And we also want to thank Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
Oh, you're very welcome.
It's always a pleasure. And thank you to Teresa and Joe in the chat. Folks, contact me if you have any questions. I'm going to re-upload that music so you have access to it. And until I see you guys again, make sure you practice and have fun. And I'll see you at our live stream, hopefully Wednesday, okay? So see you then. Bye-bye, guys.